Doom: The Dark Ages is a fantastic game, and I had a blast when I was playing it. In my review, I went over how much I love the step backwards into horizontal movement while introducing new mechanics like the shield and parrying. It's still as gruesome and gory as ever. But it did have some trouble on the Steam Deck. Launching it would lead to an error before getting to the main menu, leaving us unable to test it. However, Valve has come in clutch once again and pushed out a small preview update for SteamOS to fix this issue. So, I jumped in and decided to test the game on the Steam Deck, but it only confirmed my theories from before. So, in this video, I'm going to go over how Doom: The Dark Ages is performing on the Steam Deck and whether it's worth playing on the go. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that like and subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified as soon as our next video goes live. The game was also recorded on the Steam Deck directly, so your experience may be very slightly better than what you're going to be seeing in this video. A copy of the game was also provided to us by Bethesda for review purposes. You can check out the written review on our website. And if you're curious how Doom: The Dark Ages runs on the more powerful handhelds like the ROG Ally X, you can check out our handheld performance comparison video, which was posted yesterday. Link to that is also in the description. To make sure I was testing with the best performance possible, I made sure to use SteamOS 3.7.6 Preview for the patch to actually make the game launch, and the Bleeding Edge beta for Proton Experimental. I chose to use this latest version of the branch with the most updates on it, and I did test with the latest Proton GE layer, which was 9-27 at the time of testing, but the results were generally the same. Trying to play the first chapter at XeSS quality mode and low quality presets at 1280 by 720 resolution was a nightmare. This is a more linear level, and I wanted to test it with the same settings I used for the other handhelds in the video we made yesterday. As soon as enemies came on screen, my frame rate dropped into the low 20s and it could barely stick to 30. The only way I could get it close to 30 frames per second and actually stick above that was using FSR at ultra performance mode, which makes the game look a bit blurry. From there, I went to the Siege Part 1, one of the more demanding chapters that represents the more open area levels. The performance there was understandably even worse, and the only way to get to 30 frames per second at all was using FSR Ultra Performance and turning the resolution down to 960 by 540, which makes the game look even more blurry and pixelated. Not to mention that it still does drop to the mid-20s every now and then in some fights. And for those thinking frame generation may come to save the day, it doesn't. It won't work correctly with the in-game option, which cuts the frame rate in half, makes it look even more pixelated, and introduces input lag and extreme slowdowns. I even tried using the Decky FrameGen plugin to inject frame generation to see if it would work that way, but it wouldn't recognize it. So when all's said and done, it's not going to be a good time on the Steam Deck. It's nice that we can boot the game and confirm it for ourselves, but it's not going to be playable. It's possible there will be patches later on, similar to what Nixie Software did with Spider-Man 2 or Machine Games did with Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, but we'll have to wait to see for ourselves. However, I would not count on it, and I think it's safer to assume that your performance now is what you're going to be getting in the long run. It's also important to remember that SteamOS is not just updating for the Steam Deck anymore, now that they're starting to support other handles like the Legion Go S and adding support for Asus handhelds. It's very possible this was pushed out primarily for those more powerful handhelds so that they could actually play Doom on SteamOS, and less so for the Steam Deck, but it's good to test it regardless. Doom: The Dark Ages can be purchased on Steam for $69.99, but you can save some money and get it on Fanatical for $58.09 right now. Link to that is in the description. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like and subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified as soon as our next video goes live. And a big thank you to our patrons. You guys are awesome. See you next time.